like it on my screen, it takes a second to load.
Okay, do like this, then I can start.
Like what?
Are we live?
It's loading. Twitch is loading for me.
Yeah, we are streaming, but we are probably in the phase of ads and
all right.
Would like you to buy.
All right, we are live.
Okay, welcome to No Pants Improv. Good night. My name is Tanya. I'm from Belgium, and I brought a special guest tonight, Rishi Panchasera, also from Belgium. And the other players tonight are Nicole, Neil, and Kristen and Mike. We're gonna play a Shakespeare-inspired improv for 1 hour, and we hope you can give us a nice title. So write your suggestions on Twitch. We can read them and we will use them in our play. Yeah, so while we wait, Shakespeare, he was the first soap writer, I think, a long time ago. So we are waiting for the titles. Neil, why do you like Shakespeare?
Why do I like Shakespeare? Because I think he speaks to the human condition. I think that there's just I think that's what makes any artist timeless, really, when they talk about like things that are like shared humanity, right?
Yeah, nice. I think we have already a few titles, and this one looks a good one to me. Yeah, I think the first one I'm gonna pick because I like it. The title of our Shakespeare-inspired improv is The Evil Quest. So we're gonna turn our cameras off and then we start. Enjoy it. See you later. It had been a long, cold winter. Finally, a yellow-orange sun was shining again. Birds were singing as we see our two main characters meeting each other on a specific location. What is happening? Why are they so anxious?
Hark, I be but so anxious on this day.
Indeed, for the foul dragon that hath terrorized our fair city of Westmoreland is quiet for today, but it be the first day of spring, and day he shall be exiting his cave and breathing his fiery breath and terrorizing our fellow citizens.
Methinks it be but appropriate to be anxious on this fiery day, brother. Ronan.
Indeed, Celia, it be for I wouldst thou get thee to the basement of our small home, where we might have some protection against the foul worm that doth writhe its way across the sky and besmirch it with smoky airs.
Again, Ronan, with the basement. Every day be a basement day with you and I and father and mother and our 5 other brothers and our 5 other sisters. The basement be but crowded and it makes me even more anxious than the plight of the dragon's day. I will be outside in the garden waiting for my fate because I dare not spend one more moment with our giant family.
Very well, good sister. I will entreat you to be safe. I shall to the basement alone.
Oh my God.
First.
Oh my God, it is true. The dragon can be like a man, can be human. Please leave me alone, sir. I'm just going to the village.
Well, you are lucky. It is the first day of spring, and my bones are aching from sleeping the entire autumn and winter. The lambs are coming out. The piglets are being born. My hunger is not yet there.
Can I
Be
offer
gone
you?
with you.
Can I offer you this kiwi? It's coming from a country far away from here. Please accept.
Thank you.
And spare my life.
I will just spare your life, because if this is the only food you have, I think you will taste foul. Thank you anyway. On my quest, I will go. On my feeding frenzy, I shall fly away.
Okay.
Hope to see you soon.
I have to warn the village. I have to warn the people.
I to wait in the basement where it be safe from the dragon. And when I did wait there, I saw this. It is mine and Celia's father's sword that he did carry as a knight of the realm, now long disused, and it feels as though it be but quiet steel that needs must be swung. Perhaps I should give something like this to Celia, for she be braver than I, with a heart as stout as a lioness after her prey. Yea, I shall go to the garden. I shall go to the garden where we can change.
My human form is helping me to mingle amongst the crowds, yet they smell so deliciously. Hopefully, my belly will be full by the end of summer. 2 seasons of fattening, crunching, grinding bones. I smell a village.
All right then. Who wants some more grog? Any takers?
Listen.
Freshly brewed.
Stop drinking. The dragon is human. I saw him.
Oh, such talk, ma'am. 'Tis hearsay. 'Tis fairies. us living in modern times. No such things as dragons these days.
Could I get some of that grog? That looks delicious.
Certainly, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Milady.
Wow, where hast thou heading?
Oh, off on the roads. I feel like I'm in need of an adventure.
You'll have to travel far from these parts. Nothing ever happens here.
Right. Well, you were saying something about a dragon, ma'am?
Yes, I think I met a dragon in the woods, and he was coming to this village, but he looked almost human. I could smell. Sorry, I cannot speak anymore.
It's probably the mead she's been on.
It does sound
No
like
such dragon.
it sounds like you may have drunk too much, ma'am. That would be my guess. Maybe you need some rest.
Okay, I go for a rest,
I-
but I warn you, don't tell me.
I have
warn you.
chambers upstairs, madam. Just 2 pence a night.
Thanks,
A
I will
bargain.
take one.
Cool.
Well, thank you for the grog.
You're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Celia, I did find something in the basement where everyone in our family be hid. There, quiet among the stones, I found Father's sword. From the time when he did wield it, it be sharp and still bloodthirsty, and needs must be swung by someone who is brave and stout of heart, and I feel as though it should be thee, for thou didst come here to the garden, whether there be a worm flying about or no.
Brother Ronan, I had plans to try to prick the dragon with this thorn from this flower, but your plan seems a bit more violent, which is my middle name. Yes, I will take the sword that Father put upon thee. I cannot believe that Father
Nay,
fought from his sword.
Yeah, nay, he did not put it upon me, for I am but his youngest son, and insufficient to wield such a thing. Yea, he left it in the basement upon his death, and there it did sit unused and forgotten until I did find it just now. Truly, I feel that as the eldest of his children, that the sword be thy birthright.
You, Ronan, you be the youngest, yes, but you also are the one with the most wit and the cleverest. And yes, I have been lifting milk jugs left at the back door for many, many months, and I have what the villagers have been calling guns, and so I shall swing the sword with a true nature, and swiftly and powerfully. Though I must say, I've been having dreams here in the garden, and one of the dreams has been of a love that may occur when I perhaps see the dragon. I've never laid eyes on something I loved before, so I know not what that looks like, and I'm not ruling out possibilities because I am, as you say, the oldest, as is said every time I enter a room, and I do not need any more reminders that I am a maiden still. So I will take thy sword. However, I fear I may use it in mine heart.
Nay, good Celia, use it not in thy heart, for thou shalt not be a maiden, and that for long ere thou dost see someone that suits a fair, beautiful, and lion-hearted creature as thyself. Yea, take this sword.
Many thanks, brother. I had hoped the garden would bring about more suitors, but alas, I sit alone for hours and hours. But the garden is miles, so maybe I shall travel with this sword across the murk and the marsh and see what's on the other side of the garden. Maybe some charming characters.
Lady Celia, Lady Celia, I am not one of your suitors, but I have heard about your quest on looking for. When you take the sword, take this little potion, rub it along the sword, and this potion will make you invincible. The sword will cut through diamonds and mountains with just one swift swoop. Take it.
I know that you are not a suitor, but you are a charming character, and thou hast helped me on my quest, and I thank thee, and would like to offer my bed as there's a bedfellow opening if you would like to take it. I am old and I'm a maiden, but no pressure. Get back to me on that. Thank you for the rub. I mean, the sword rub.
Good Celia, the spirits themselves do come, yea, in the light of day to aid thee. Surely there be...
Silence, Ronan. You, my youngest son. Yes. The ghost of your father is not amused at these becomings. What have you done? What have you done? Where is the sword? The family sword.
Father, it be in Celia's mighty hand, for she being...
Oh, no, no, no. No good can come of this. For she has
Father,
designs and on the heart. Oh,
Father, she be the strongest and stoutest of all thy children. Yea, she was striking weeds down in the garden when she was but a tot and knee-high to a grasshopper.
for sure, but you, Ronan, you had the proper spirit in you to seek out what the truth or myth becomes us.
Well,
I fear that her heart will rule over her head. Keep her safe,
Father,
my son.
I shall.
Keep her safe.
I shall keep her safe, but truly she doth seem to keep herself safe with that self-same sword. Yea, I shall go with her. I shall go and be with her, and perhaps we shall keep each other safe.
It was somewhere here that I saw the dragon, milady.
Yes. Once I loved a man who did not love me in return. He had many children, and I cursed him. I cursed his youngest to fight a dragon, and I cursed his oldest to remain a maiden forever.
Oh my God.
And I gave him a sword. And I said, if he doth give that maiden that sword, and she kill the dragon, only then can the family line live on. Otherwise, all will perish.
And why do you tell this to me, milady?
For it is the hour of the dragon now, and the villagers know not what becomes of them. I give you one chance to save yourself, for you helped me once when I was young, and I wish to return the favor by entrusting you with the secret of the dragon.
Were you the poor child that was almost drowning that I saved from the river? Was that you?
That was me many moons ago.
Oh my God.
And I rose from that river stronger than I went into it. And now I use that strength to curse the man who hurt me. And I give you, only you, the power. If the maiden shall have the sword, and the maiden shall slay the dragon, only then can the family and the village live on.
Thank
I
you.
leave you now. This is what your one true reward for your saving of me as a young girl.
Thank you, milady. I have to go to Celia and tell her about it.
Lambs and piglets are all very nice, yet good man. Give me.
We've got some on the menu tonight, sire, if you should desire. A good roast pigling on the spit, as we.
No, thank you. I roast them myself. Thank you very much. Might I bother you for some of your finest ale?
That's my trade, sir. That's my. You are in need of perhaps a bucket or two of cleansing water, if you don't mind my saying. You must have traveled so far. Whew.
Yes, I know, but yes, water and me, we do not agree. So
in this hostelry, water is short to come by. Yes.
Good.
You smell rather smoky, sir. Have you been?
Yes,
by
as I
fire?
said, No, as I said, I've been roasting piglets and lambs all day long. Yet now, where would it be without a good swiggle of mead or ale?
Sir,
Thank you.
a jug or
Thank
two
you,
for
kind
you.
sir. Thank you. Well, hello, fair maiden. You do not look like a real true maiden.
I have not seen you here before, sir. How you ask me such a question? Doth I wish to know if I am married?
Well, it might be interesting to know because many, many, many moons ago I was traveling the land and the country along hilltops and mountainsides, walking over entire mountains. I have never seen a man nor female along my path. So, of course, and with regret, I apologize if I might have trodden on your toes, but I was just enchanted by your looks.
I am not from around here, sir, and I have never met a man so full of fire, who speaks to me so I doth not know if I should be enchanted or revulsed.
Well,
Confuse me, for
maybe,
unlike any man I have ever seen.
yeah, that is something I can understand fully. Maybe I can have you over for dinner. Maybe we can eat something together.
Well, we must have a proper chaperone, and I know no one from here, for I am a mere visitor.
Well, maybe you might find a chaperone of the female persuasion to join you on my dinner plate. Dinner.
Did someone say chaperone? Because that is my specialty, as it happens.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm the Lady Tannenbaum, and I'm well known as being a woman of propriety and good upright behavior. I'm the soul of discretion as well.
Yes, I can smell the dust on you.
Mm-hmm.
Lady
It's a good.
Tannenbaum, I am known as Young Beth, and I am a mere traveler in this land, and I meet such a warm and kind and fiery soul in this man, and he wishes that I dine with him, but will you accompany us? For it is not proper that I go alone, and my father would kill me.
But of course, I'm so pleased, young Beth, that you keep the obligations to your family at the foremost of your mind. That is a sign of a true lady. And I should be happy to accompany you to a meal with this fine gentleman of mysterious origin.
If it suits the chaperone, we shall meet at the strike of midnight in the witch's circle in the forest. It's a romantic place, if I say so myself. Perfect for a little nibble or two.
Why, that is quite a late repast that you propose, and in a very unique location, but I have a great spirit for adventure, so I will, out of the kindness of my heart, for a very small sum, agree.
I shall prepare the fire. And not only the fire to cook with, also the fire within.
Young Beth, I will show up to accompany you 15 minutes before the appointed hour.
Yes, my lady.
It's all happening tonight. For this tavern is busy. Oh, who am I to complain? Oh, such tales I could tell my missus this evening.
Oh, I I do apologize. I've lost myself. I've been wandering here in this large garden for, it seems, days upon days, and carrying around with me a lot of weight, and I did not notice your presence at first. I'm Celia.
My lady, they call me Young Beth. I am new to this beautiful garden here, but I would love if you would take a turn about with me.
You couldn't have asked a more willing turnabout partner, because I be very lonely here in this day and age, because I am what you call an older maiden, and I have no husband and no company, and I have fire in my loins, as they say. I feel like I'm getting too personal too soon with you, young Beth. How young are you, young Beth?
Oh, I am of age, Miss Celia, but my lady, I've met a man in the tavern, and he wishes for me to dine with him, and I have not told him that I am engaged to another, and I dare not stand him up. What shall I do?
Let me accompany you to see this man and help let him down gently, because my family knows not this secret, but I am a lute player, and I seek to bestow my music upon a delightful, charming man and have him fall in love with me. Would it be not for your engagement, would you look upon this man with divine thoughts?
Oh, he light a fire in my soul so that I dare not see him again. I think, Miss Celia, if thou were willing, thou shalt go in my stead, and with the Lady Tannenbaum, he shall not know it is not me, for we only met briefly, and you could be Beth, and you could meet him and play your lute, and I'm sure you would fall in love. He is ever so handsome.
This sounds like a very genius plot. And by the way, did you say that you were traveling with Lady Tannenbaum? Lady Tannenbaum, the chaperone of the year?
I came upon her in a tavern, and for a small fee she agreed to accompany me to the forest at midnight to meet this man. She will pick you up from the tavern 15 minutes before.
This sounds like a wonderful plan. I fear that my brother is spying on me, though, so let us away before he overhears our words.
Let us away.
Where is young Beth? I won't do if we're late. Well, I guess I could help myself to an ale or two while I'm waiting.
Oh, Lady Tannenbaum, thou dost wait there by the entrance to the tavern. I be fair Ronan. Perhaps thou dost
You
remember
call
me.
yourself fair?
Yeah, I call myself fair. For I am known to be equitable and just in my dealings, and the townsfolk do call me thus. I seek my sister Celia, for I do fear that she may be meeting a gentleman of ill repute tonight, instead of fighting the worm that doth rail our skies and besmirch our air with foul vapors and miasmas.
Fair Ronan, you may be just, but you are very confusing. I don't deal in Celia's, I deal in Beth's. It's Beth that I'm looking for, and Beth that I'm waiting on. If you see her, send her to me. As for your Celia, tell her to stay home from this meal with a swarthy Lothario. Can't be good for her reputation.
Indeed. I shall tell her. Perhaps I can find her anon. I go.
Well, I guess I'll go have a mead while I wait on young Beth.
Night has fallen. Soon. I feel my powers dwindling. Piglets and sheep are but a near entree. But a fair maiden and a spinster or two might quench this burning hunger deep within my soul. I shall wait in the darkness of night until the arrival of both.
Oh, well, there you are. Young Beth?
It is Celia. And
Oh.
it is you, Lady Tenenbaum. Young Beth be using the chamber pot on the other side of this oak.
Oh, okay. I will chase her down. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, but I so long to get your wisdom, because you are known throughout the land as being the most jubilant woman in Westmoreland.
Well, of course I am quite jubiled, but not to excess, of course. I am the very soul of jubilant discretion.
Discretion knows not what a clever woman can do.
Sorry, ladies, to interrupt, but he's here. I know he's here. I can smell him. Oh.
Do you mean Fair Ronan? I did see him.
Oh no, do you speak of young Beth's suitor?
No, I speak of the dragon man, the dragon who became human. He's here somewhere.
Ladies. Well,
What are a dragon but are human as well? Mine eyes feel like they have smoked many leaves from this tree.
The very sky darkens around you.
Well, this is just the effect I have on my surroundings. And who speaketh of a dragon? This is just me. I must confess, I did not expect 3 ladies to join me for dinner.
Oh.
Well, what a pleasant surprise.
But sir, there is 4 ladies in our caravan.
We're waiting on young Beth.
4?
Don't believe him.
Praise the night skies, 4 to join me for dinner. Well, maybe my thirst and hunger will be quenched for merely centuries. Yet, do I sense some fear within thee?
I know not who you refer to, because I am conveying doubt and suspicion, because I have information that you are not who you say you are. And sir, I pray you, you have not said your name. And beware, I have a lute and I will use it, because I have not been practicing for a fortnight.
Oh, no issue of mine. My name is Drake Onion. And just by giving you my name, I hope you will refrain of playing the lute. I'm more than glad to listen to it in maybe a week or 2.
That seems reasonable.
Well, now we know his name is Draconian.
Onion.
The lute has a strange effect on him.
Young Beth? I cannot see because of the darkness, but is that you?
You look different.
Oh, it be me, young Beth, who doth see thee from the tavern and do swoon.
Young Beth, you are but changed from the chamber pot last I left you. You've grown taller, and hands have become bigger.
Yes, I have grown taller in my bravery, for I do see this fair gray man and would meet him.
Well, I shall begin my chaperoning. Where is the meal? I'll check the food for properness.
Oh, Lady Tenenbaum, let me escort you to the fire so that Milady Celia and Lady Young Beth can have a little chit-chat.
Of course, we do want these girls to enjoy their time together. All right,
Of
thank you very much.
course.
Be careful.
Good
No.
dear,
Young Beth, I want to tell you all about the fire in my loins, in detail.
Nay, tell me not of thy fire, for I am thy brother Ronan, and I would fain not hear of these things. For I am merely disguised as Beth, that I may sneak upon the foul dragon and help thee.
Brother
So,
Ronan, you had me.
That-
What suspicion is this?
I think that when thou dost play the lute, the dragon grow. Well, the dragon that hath become a man, as I do see him here in this glen, grows weak, and thou might have thy way with him in such a manner that thou wouldst slay his heart and stop the slaughter of our village. For
Thou have spoken well. That's the truth. That's what we have to do. Kill him.
Such information. What am I to do?
well, slaying his heart, you see, might be the manner in which we might be safe from the worm, and thou wouldst not remain a maid any longer.
But
See,
I have the magic potion for the sword. I have the sword. And what comedy of you and all the family to continue the merriment over my lack of knowing the lute. You think I'm going to destroy this man to the point where he's going to fall in love with me because of my lute playing? I know not what you speak of.
I would wish that thou doth reach thy artistry unencumbered and play thou the lute in the manner that thou didst play it, for thou didst win the heart of Draconian, the man who is both foul worm and dragon, and yet by playing the lute, fair sister, thou couldst win his heart and find thou both husband and save our fair village.
Oh, thou hast spoken so well, sir. Watch out, he's coming back.
I become Beth again, for yea.
I will hide behind a tree.
Good sir, I do wish that I might take a brief moment to freshen my lady self, for I have come a long distance and would take Lady Tenenbaum with me to perform my toiletries while
That's right.
thou dost wait with Celia alone.
Now, Lady Celia, are you
Young-
concerned about discretion and propriety, or are you okay to be alone with this mysterious man without a chaperone?
Lady Tenenbaum, I bid you away as I have the most
Well, enjoy your slatternly ways.
behaved, yes. And
Slattern.
goodbye, young Beth.
Young Beth, thou art leaving me?
Young
Well,
Beth has yet again that not so fresh feeling, and so she away to the chamber pot for the 5th time this evening.
well,
But I do have my lute.
one must not ignore the movement of one's bowels.
Yes, and thine knowing thine lady's parts is part of being a lady. This is the title of my next. This is the title of my next lute song.
Yes.
Thou art a lady if thou likes your lady parts. Would you like to hear it?
Well, I would be much delighted, yes. Thank you.
Chamber pot. I think not. Chamber pot. I think not. Lady parts. I must away. Do you like it?
I must admit, Lady Celia, thine sweet voice has an effect on a cold heart. I thought young Beth made it so alive, yet I feel a double spring in my heart just by hearing your angelic voice. Please, just one more verse.
A double spring in thine heart? I must confess and confide that my family mocks me in my playing every evening at 7 o'clock when we gather around the hearth. They beckon and I play, and then they laugh and taunt and say I will know no man the way a woman would know a man.
You may always serenade me whenever thy wishes, and whenever one has a smirk or a foul word towards thee, rest assured he shall rest in pieces, and ashes shall become ashes once again. You have my solemn oath.
I never thought my heart would know the glory of a man who would destroy those who mock me for my lute playing. I've thought of a new song. But who?
Julian, I have sent you here to destroy this village and this family, and thou dost make a mockery of me. Finish this family before the clock strikes 1 o'clock, or thou shalt lose all their powers and turn to ash.
I shall not. I will not. I must confess, Lady Celia, it was with a double thought that I was to slay the entire family so the bloodline would stop.
My family?
The nearly drowned girl would rule the land, but your voice has changed me. I cannot slay anyone. It is not possible.
Thou, I shall sing to you once more.
Yes.
Double, 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 toil and trouble. Your man parts are getting me in trouble today.
Lady Celia, will you join me? And I must confess, I am the dragon in my human form. Might I?
You're the actual dragon. I have some potion that I put on a sword, and I put it in this cupcake holder. And
hold. Join me, and thou shalt live forever in my lair when it becomes your lair. Your loins shall never, ever be without activity for as long as thou shalt live. Accept my offering, accept my heart in lieu of your loins.
This offer has created a wildfire where there was a campfire once before in my loins, and I dare not refuse because I need to choose me for once, Celia, and I feel that I am but falling in love with a dragon man, as my dream foretold of me, actually, and it inspired a song that I'll play you this evening.
Where is everybody?
Please.
My tavern is empty this evening. Oh, goodness.
Nay, good sir, hold thou thy pitchfork, and set down thy jug of mead, or better yet, fill our glasses with it. For my sister hath found a man to end her maidenhood with, and she'd be happy for the first time in her life of 27 years.
Oh, she has been contending with the foul weather this evening.
The rumor goes she will not have children with him, but she will have eggs, big eggs, because he still is a dragon.
This is all so very, very confusing. Where did young Beth go? My charge disappeared and now someone else is marrying them. I don't understand. Oh, I better have some mead.
Lady, I think thy charge doth wait for thee in the bottom of the glass of mead.
I am here, Lady Tannenbaum.
Oh,
Oh,
good heavens, thank goodness.
I
I'm so worried.
Celia in my stead. Celia in my stead to meet the gentlemen. For I am a mere traveler here alone, and certainly not a witch in disguise.
Certainly not. No.
Certainly not.
She's a witch.
oh,
Good,
certainly not.
good tavern keeper, I see that thou hast brought a flagon of ale to stir thy spirits, and thou dost bring a mortar and pestle that thou mayst add more hops and herbs thereby.
Oh, it is the secret of my potions here. You see what it does to the story making, ladies.
Then add thou thy herbs and pour us all a glass of mead, for my sister doth have a person in her life again, and we would think in my family that such a thing be not possible. Let us all drink and be here in this glade while she doth go off with her new love.
Cheers to the strumpetry.
Cheers
young
to the
Celia.
dragon story.
Merriment for all.
Cheers to them and their eggs.
But young Beth, what of you and your need for love? I thought perhaps he was to be your match.
Oh, my dear lady, for I could not tell him, but I am engaged at home, and certainly not a witch who lives in the forest, and certainly not here to destroy the life of young Celia and her family. And I will go back from whence I came and seek my love there.
Well, perhaps for all this trouble you've caused me and confusion, you might purchase an old woman another glass of ale.
Certainly, my lady, here.
I'm glad that you've retained your virtue, young Beth, and I'm glad that you are certainly not a witch. Let us cheers to that.
Cheers. And hopefully as I blow out this candle, so too will extinguish the life of the Celia.
And so this story ends. Was the dragon seen again? Yes or no? Did they have children? Yes or no? Or did they have big eggs coming out? We will never know.
Lady Celia, that was wonderful.
Oh, Drake, I have consulted a book from the future called Twilight Breaking Dawn, I believe, and it is enchanting to learn how I can give birth to a half mythical creature, half human. We are in luck. We procreate, yes, this night.
What?
We're having a baby.
Thou...
You're going to be a daddy.
Ah, goody, goody. Ah.
Oh, what story unfoldeth? Not quite how I intended, but a happy ending nonetheless for my children. Fare thee well. Fare thee well.